11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, we play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you, and Charles ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the...
Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 7th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era as they look to claim their 6th title, which would tie them with the Patriots and Steelers for most ever.
I like how you stated that they're one of the more successful franchises in Super Bowl history, because at one point, they were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Joe Montana with wins in Super Bowl 16, 19, 23, and 24. And Steve Young, remember that one? Get the monkey off my back, as he won big in Super Bowl 29. But they lost their last time out against the Ravens in Super Bowl 47. They're looking for a little bit of that. Can we get right again, guys? And I think the San Francisco 49ers team is going to play awfully well in this game.
And they're hoping that the lights stay on in the stadium the entire game this go-around. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Tried it under it, but it's second down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this.
James now to return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo now. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness it.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Okay, CD, let's talk about KC as their offense comes back out here. 12-4 finish as they head into this divisional round. 4 straight AFC West title. They're searching for something that they haven't had in a half-century, and everybody knows what that is. That's a Super Bowl berth. We thought their season might be in trouble when Mahomes went down with a kneecap injury. That was in mid-October. But he and the Chiefs, they haven't lost in the last 6 games. A strong finish, and they're looking as good as they have in a long time.
And they have to give some credit to Matt Moore as the backup quarterback for keeping things afloat while Mahomes was out. Because remember, they beat Minnesota in a home game that was a difficult one for them. And they also had a tough one with Green Bay that they almost pulled out at home as well. So give him a lot of credit. But Mahomes has his magic back. Seems to be fully healed from the ankle, from the knee. He is playing well, but the defense, that's what's morphed and made them different. The last half of the year, they got better against the run, in no small part because Chris Jones, their all-pro defensive tackle, got back in the lineup and really solidified things, along with Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, playing near the line of scrimmage as a defensive back. Kansas City is going to be very dangerous in the playoffs as the number 2 seed.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Yellow, yellow. Check. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Right side. Right side.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Eric Armstead in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They complete it to Hill. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Well, Charles, as this offense comes out here, let's talk about the AFC Championship game coming up. Kansas City hosting Tennessee. The Chiefs, the winner over the Texans in the divisional round. But even before they took the field, they got a surprise gift on Saturday night with those Titans winning in Baltimore to set up the unexpected matchup. Emmanuel Sanders, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, 70 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Unit as they run up and send this one away. All right.
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Check. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Oh, yeah.
Now Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Yellow. Mike 54.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out?
I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Let's go,
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, it's James. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get...
Emmanuel Sanders, past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's McCoy. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd down now. It's McCoy. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And Robinson with a big catch.
Let's go. Let's do it.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They can't hang with us.
Now Mahomes. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.